guess that works. Yay. It's an invisible mat. It's an invisible mat. Invisible mat. And it don't look good. And don't look good. Who you gonna call? Ghost. It's an invisible mat. What? Rubber band came loose. Alright. I need a rubber band. Hold on. It's an invisible mat. It's an invisible man. It's an invisible man. Yeah, do a short little news crawl. And then, edit them down. Try to at least. Try to at least, you feel me? Oh, wait. I felt two. That's not the one I felt. Could have been, it might have just been my imagination. Oh no, it's just one that's not tight. Alright, cool. Alright. Deets. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. All right. All right, cool. That's good. All right, let's get into it. I ain't really want nothing, y'all. I just wanted to. I was just gonna stream this process, so y'all more than welcome to join me. I know I normally don't stream at this moment in time. Shoot, who am I anyway? Do I even stream anymore? Do I come from the Vikings? Do I take people's lands? Do I fuck with the war? Type shit. An invisible man. It's an invisible man. All right, let's do this. All right, so I want to hit record on this one. And I want to hit record on this one. All right, let's do a clap sync video 1, 3, 2, 1. It's an invisible man. Pick up your phone. Okay, cool. Okay. Sure. So imagine you're all happy about the big AI boom and the rush and everything that comes with AI, except you realize the reason why we need precautions, boundaries, rules is not because we're worried about good people doing bad things with AI, it's because we're worried about bad people doing bad things with AI. And when money is involved, feelings are bound to get hurt. And we all know that the internet is no place to share your emotions. You hear me? The internet is not a place for you to have sympathetic nerve endings attached to yourself, because people will take them, use them, and violate them. And that's what they're doing with AI. Now, there's a platitude of things that we can discuss that is wrong with AI, but I want to talk about a specific issue that's wrong with AI. And it's the rise of the con artist, because con artists had to be creative. They had to be, intuitive. They had to be street smart. Now, there's an AI to do that for you. But luckily for us, dumb people using AI results in dumb people activities. But let's talk about some things that are going on in the AI world that can make you an easy target. And more importantly, let's talk about how the dumber people of the population are trying to get rich quick. My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. Let's talk about it. Clap it. Where's the explosion? Where's the explosions? How you doing? My name is Cheryl. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. It's been a minute. I haven't done this in a while. It's always hard when you're on vacation, taking time off. So if you find this to be remotely interesting, or if there's something you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button. Subscribe. All that good jazz. I appreciate y'all. I want to talk about a scam, a couple of scams, but one specifically as it pertains to Airbnb and AI. This story comes out to us when this happened. No date. Great, but it's from The Guardian. Airbnb guest says images were altered in false £12,000. We're saying dollars here because fuck your T and everything it stands for. You feel me? Clap that. Do that shit into the sea. Tell the queen is dead. Fuck what you heard. The queen is dead. Fuck what you heard. Woman wins an apology refund of almost $4,300 after claims host photos were digitally manipulated. Airbnb apologizes to a woman after her apartment host falsely claimed she had caused thousands of dollars worth of damage and used images she says were digitally manipulated to back up these allegations. This is the scumbag material type shit. And every 6 months I gotta go through my photo album and delete pictures of rental cars, Ubers, and Lyfts that I've gotten in Airbnbs, because I get tired It only has to happen once. All that has to happen once is some dude or some girl doesn't like you, or the way you're responding, or they tell you to do some absurd shit like wash the dishes, and you leave a single disposable cup on the counter, and they charge you the full $900 cleaning fee. So it's just ridiculous. Just protect yourself, because Airbnb will not respond to it unless you have like something on your account, which I do now, which makes it so that if I get charged more than what is expected, it declines it, because fuck these like companies, they're so gross. The London-based academic was refunded $4,300. An internal review of how the case was dealt with has been launched as a short-term accommodation rental company. The incident highlights how cheap and easily available artificial intelligence software is now being used to manipulate images to give false evidence of what has happened to consumers' complaints, according to one security expert. Yeah, you want to know how damn bad this person is? Like, let's just think about the type of person, like, how bad is your life that you're pleading with Airbnb to please reconsider the evidence with 13% battery life? Like, what is going on? The people need help. Somebody help this woman. 13% battery. Please. This person only has 13% battery on their phone, and they're doing this at 9 o'clock at night. They're pleading with you. It's almost to 10. Please. Please don't double charge me, Airbnb. Look at the evidence. Also, how much is this table? I hate this IKEA ass furniture. $4,000? The woman, who's based in London, had booked one bedroom apartment in New York, Manhattan for two. Oh, that's how it happened. New York. They trying to get rent. 2.5 months earlier this year to stay in while she was studying, but she decided to leave early after feeling unsafe in the area. Get your punk ass out of here. No. No, I'm just playing. Safety is very important. Shortly after she left, the host told Airbnb she had caused more than $12,000 worth of damages and submitted pictures and apparently cracked coffee table as part of his case. His allegations include that she has stained a mattress with urine and damaged a robot vacuum cleaner, a sofa, and a microwave. Damn. A TV and air conditioner. This person was trying to come up. On a quick 12K. The woman denied any damage and had been done to the apartment. She said she left it in good condition and had only 2 visitors during the 7-week she stayed. A close examination of 2 pictures of the coffee table appeared to show a difference in damage, leading to the woman to believe were digitally manipulated or generated by AI. She says the host has retaliated because she ended the termination. And that's exactly what it is. They ended it early, so they couldn't get any money off of them, so they were just pissed, right? That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. And when you take a closer look at this stuff, I mean, it's pretty telling that this is AI done. And okay, but you know, you want to know something that's like super super sad? If there was only one picture, he gets away with this, but he oversold it. If it was only one picture, this is fooling. You can't dispute this. You can't dispute this. If it's one picture, and if you're trying to figure out what's wrong, look at the light part versus the dark part. That's the lineup. Now, see how this top one goes into the light, but on this top one it stays in the tanner spot. You can't defeat this. If he didn't oversell this, he doesn't end up losing. And even though she was able to show, right? Even though she was able to show that the damages received and all this stuff that happened was not her doing, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. They still declined her submission. And it wasn't until it picked up news, which is crazy, like, right? People can't just tell their story anymore. It needs to go viral. And that's the only way that things like this happen. And guess what? The person who did this in New York, the person that did this in New York, they're still allowed to be an Airbnb host. So it's dirtbag, scumbag ass shit like this that just makes me want to say, get the fuck up out of here. Right? Get the fuck up out of here. Let me say in my New York accent, hey, I'm walking here. Get the fuck up out of here. But yeah, this is atrocious. And it's just further proof that the best qualities of AI aren't going to be observed for another 10 years. We won't really get to enjoy AI for the first 10 years because douchebags like this, right? So I'm happy to hear that she's going to get her money back. And we just got to you got to be protective of yourself. Please, like, get the proof. You have a high-tech device to take quality pictures. When you're leaving an Uber, when you're leaving an Uber late at night, when you're leaving Airbnbs, when you're renting a vehicle, just take as many pictures as possible because it's going to save you the trouble. And all it takes is for you to be accused of one illegitimate charge, and it's over. There's no coming back from it. But, that's just my take on it. I'm very eager to hear y'all's take on this. What other things, what's something that you guys don't leave the chance? Tell me about it in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on the other side. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Wait, I hit the wrong button. Hey, what up, Bishop? What up, Bishop? And I'm drove, and I am out of control. I got parking tickets, y'all. Good parking tickets. What are we discussing? Oh, we were talking about how some Airbnb hosts faked damages to their appliances to get $12,000 from this poor soul just trying to live their life. We're doing a few news crawl stories. Got back from work kind of early. Said, I'm probably not going to be able to stream till Thursday on the channel. So I was like, let me do a little bit of night shows, some little night hustle shows out here. You feel me? Oh, what's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? Everybody, we have a celebrity in the house. Productive time, y'all. I just got back from Sarasota, Florida. I told myself back in 2017 I'd never go back to Florida, but going back, I said coming back. The one thing for sure, I spent 4 days at a beach resort, and the one thing I immediately said, like, there's one thing. The one thing that I could say is, yo, if you want to talk about quality service, the Ritz Carlton in Sarasota, chef's kiss. You feel me? Chef's kiss. It was great. Never at any. In fact, they're so accommodating. I almost. Yeah, it's Sarasota, Florida. They have a Ritz Carlton. They own a private beach, a private golf course, and there was just something like when you talk about a resort that makes you not want to leave. At one point, I needed to go grocery shopping. I needed groceries, and it's grocery shop. And they said, just make a list. The concierge, just make a list. Sir, I'll go get it for you. Let me go get it for you. Hey. Let's just say uh the resort wasn't allowed to give us bottles to take to the beach. But you could bring your own. BYOB. You could bring your own. Hey. No, it was fun. Now I'm thinking about going to North Carolina for BlurredCon. And I really want to go because I just want to hear a few people speak. I don't know if you guys are watching the Grits and Egg podcast, but it's truly reshaping. Like when you ask, like, "Oh, Hero, you're starting the identity booth again," it's because of them. It's because of them. Blurred. It's a BlurredCon in North Carolina. Blurred, as in like black nerds. Hey, yo, what's up, man? I'm just giving y'all a little taste of some. I've never heard of it either. In fact, let's look it up together. Let's look it up together because let's give them the notoriety they deserve, right? What's up, Ryan? So I'm thinking about going to this event. All tan and exploiting. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I was cooking out there. I was cooking out there. Um. Okay, it's uh, North Carolina, North Carolina. Man, I gotta tell you some stories, man. Hold on, I got some stories for y'all. Uh, oh, it's comic. It's a Comic Con. Sorry, it's a Comic Con. The Norfolk Atlantic. Okay, got it. I don't know why I can't find the damn website for it. I gotta click on this shit. Ugh. Atlantic Comic Con. It's okay. All right, cool. I found the image of it. This is cool. All right. Uh, all right. So I'm I'm conflicted because I wanted to do a NASCAR show. I wanted to do a NASCAR show this year, but it's on the NASCAR one is on the 24th. But I really want to go to this event. It's in at the end of August. I'm dead broke because the Ritz Carlton is not a cheap experience. You will get your money's worth, but you will not have any money at the end, and I think that's okay for me. So I need like 2 weeks of isolation. I'm not going outside. No sushi on Friday. It's a wrap. No sushi on Friday for me. Sacrifices need to be made so that you can live the life you want to live. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling you the mistakes I made. You don't have to do that. But the Grits and Egg podcast is a podcast I've been watching for the last 2-3 months, and it's thoroughly reinvigorated my call to action from a political stance. On this channel, we're not a political channel on this side of the aisle, okay? We're not political over here. Keep that shit over there. You feel me?
All right, man. Let's get him
Don't
up out
talk
of here.
about politics over here. On the identity booth, we do that. On the identity booth, we can do that, but not here. So on the 23rd, they're gonna do a live broadcast, and the ticket's like $100. It's a comic book con. I have a comic book, right? I have a comic book. It's a comic book con. Yeah. Why don't I go and go be amongst the people? You feel me?
The people.
I want to be where the people at. So I'm thinking about doing this. I don't think I'm gonna go to. This is more important to me than NASCAR. I wanted to see a NASCAR one. Guess I'll just have to wait till Sleepy Sunday. So I'm gonna check this out. Yeah. I mean, I have been arrested, but there is no record. The judge expunged it. Okay. Where we at? We back. Never heard of it, but yeah, I want to do this. So yeah. Okay. So I also I really enjoyed my time. One of my favorite things to do. One of my favorite things to do. Hey, I make no qualms. It's a hard knock life for a hero. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and Ren, I'm interested. Ren, I'm interested to hear about when you start the job and how that all came together. But so the Ritz was great. The Ritz was great. The vacation was great. Hospitality, everything, all that stuff was great. Food was great. And Sarasota had a really strange vibe because it's summertime in a summery place. So that's the best time to go to these places. A lot of people think during the summertime this place would be packed. This is actually the best time to go because there's fewer people there because it really gets packed during the winter time. That's when people really want to come to this place. So I was really just enjoying it. It was great service. Ate some great food. There was this little cabana where they were serving these tacos, and if they told me those tacos cost $100 a pop, I would have took it. Because they were so good, and you could. It was one of those things that you were eating and you couldn't get full, and then you come back from vacation, you step on a scale, you ain't gained no weight.
Get down.
That's great. You feel me? That's greatness. I had too many damn tacos for me not to have put on any weight. Stepped on the scale, didn't gain a pound. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Was it Copacabana? I don't know. It was called like this. It was like a turtle shack place. The beach was great. Truly, one of the most invigorating things is so one of the best parts was I'm 6'5", right? So on the private beach, you could go out as far as the eyes could see, and to be able to walk and just to stand in the ocean. So I went out there and just floated around a little bit. I risked the hair and everything. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get my hair wet. Just sitting, just floating at sea and just letting the current it's a healing, there's something healing about it. Standing in the ocean, there has to be some spiritual or healing thing attached to it. Because the way I felt just at peace with everything, right? It happened in that ocean. Moana was definitely onto something. There's something in that water. Because you know the first thing is they say you will be cleansed by fire. And a lot of people think it's going to be hellfire. But I think it's salt water. Because all the cuts and bruises that I had on my hands or bodies that I wasn't aware of, they stung like hell when I first got in. But then they were cleaned out. The wrath of water, right? So that was great. The sunset was amazing. And there's this thing called like the sunset flare, where like the ultraviolet, it goes from like the maximum UV to ultraviolet, then back to low UV. And the exchange happens so fast that in our color wave perception, it looks like the sky turns green for a blip of a second. And this explanation was so fascinating to me that there's actually like a big thing. They sit you all on the beach. They gather us around a fire. And they know the perfect angle because like they do it every night, so they know where it's gonna happen. And they gave out like green jello shots. It was great. They thought of everything. But yeah, it was great. Did a 1 hour chiropractor, and then did a 1 hour deep tissue massage. And this man hurt me. He brought me to tears. But that's what I like my massages like. Like I want to feel beat the hell up. And you know, it was when I first met him, everybody was like, you know, some guys, some we were in the locker room. And so like all the massage therapists were lined up waiting for their client to come through. So every guy that came in and cracked a joke about, I guess the guy that's looking to get a massage by another guy, he's looking for something a little extra. Like just, and it's just, you know, the most mundane like, you know, that these dudes crack jokes that people laugh at because they pay them. Like you're my boss and you sign my paycheck, so I'm laughing. But you know, you don't pay me, so I didn't have to laugh. So when I walked through the door, and he was like, "Oh, you're going with the gentleman out there?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, he was like, are you an athlete or something? Are you trying to work something?" I was like, "No, I'm just here to get a real man's massage." And he was like, "Yeah, I just don't think of massages as being brutal." And I was like, "Yeah." And I said something that in retrospect maybe I felt like was a little crude, but locker room talk, right? I was like, "Yeah, bitches are born every day." Yeah, bitches is born every day. My hood came out. I let it out. So I had to compose myself, bring it back in. I think it's literally it has to do with something like the altitude and where like it's has I think it's unique to because I think of the northern lights as well. So there's something about this atmospheric thing because the northern lights they have green, but that's in the north. But it's a whole thing about like the atmosphere of the U.S. It's crazy. Um, what else happened? I did I did 9 rounds of golf. Took me 3 hours. I'm really bad. By the sixth hole, I was already like I was running on E. It's golfing is not an easy sport. It's not. It's I see where people like. I see why people like it, but I mean, I was going to work on that 3 iron. That 3 iron was I was cracking those. I saw a gator on the greens. The ranger dude pulled up to behind us. He was like, he was like, oh, he was like, oh, we heard that there was a gator on the greens. If you do hit your ball near him, normally when they see the ball, when the ball lands, it startles them, so he'll run. But we're just here to make sure he doesn't run towards you. I was like, and what y'all gonna do? And I mean, he pulled out the AR. I was like, oh shit, I guess we're having gator tonight. But there was a person playing. I let play through me, and that's when you just let someone who's playing faster pass you up. And the guy was like, I reckon I could hit him if you need me to. He was like, oh, if you could hit him, he's definitely running to the water. And he sized him up, switched out his clubs, fink, bonked him right on the butt. Oh, he turned tail and he jetted for that water. He didn't know what the fuck hit him. Oh yeah, they walk up there. There were 3 times a ranger stopped me from going after my ball into one of like the plushes. He was like, "Don't go in there." I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Python." I was like, "You're absolutely right. A snake could be in there. A snake absolutely." Like I looked at the situation and said, "I'm in Florida. I'm in danger." Little murky water. He was like murky water. We don't you don't go for those balls. You leave those balls. So he's right. I left those balls there. Um and then this lady was using my phone to take pictures and then wanted to drive the cart so badly and whipped the cart and dropped my phone in bunker number 4. So I didn't have my phone till the end. Thank God for finding me. Shout out to the sister for finding my phone. So it was fun. It was fun. But that was neither here or there. That was just story time with Hero. Story time. Vacation time. Sand is a coarse thing. You feel me? All those stories about making love on the sand and beach, it's a lie. All you gonna get is scrapes and bruises. And I'm still finding sand in hidden places. It's crazy. But yeah, we love a good time. We love a good time. All right, shall we get back into the news? Nobody's gotten back to me yet. The rest of the stuff seems like normal stuff. I'll probably won't hear back for a while on that stuff. Okay. Took the drug test submitted. Okay, cool. Happy to hear it, Rand. My boy Rand back in the game. Back in the game. Okay. We're gonna do video 2 on this. Rand, you're in charge. All right. Clap sync 3, 2, 1. All right. So imagine you've been working hard to figure out how to be the best you can be at work. And you, being the lovable, gullible idiot that you are, you think you're a family at work. Well, joke's on you. For the last 2 years, the person named Deepak in R&D has been asking you questions about the work you do and asking you to send screen recordings of every single thing you do on a computer. And now, you're part of the collective 9,000 people who have been invited to an 8 a.m. meeting on a Friday morning. These are all terrible signs for you, because that lets me know that you are going to be let go on a Friday, and it ain't even payday. God damn. But before you start complaining, before you start bitching and moaning, you gotta ask yourself, how did I wind up here? What type of job did I do that could be replaced by an AI robot? Moreover, are there any jobs that are truly safe from being removed from the workforce by AI robots? These are the questions that are becoming way more difficult to answer, but the rug pull is coming, because for every major corporation that thinks that they're about to replace their workers with AI robots and agents, and think that the prices of those agents and AI robots aren't going to exponentially increase, because you're going to have, like, you went from having to pay workers a living wage to now you're going to have to pay a bunch of robots who are manned by things. We saw this with the CRM. We saw this with the service as a software industry. They give it to you for free. They ingrain themselves and integrate themselves into all of your systems. Then when you are locked in and can't remove yourself, they pull the blind off your eyes and show you the real price. So we're going to talk about if this is going to be something Microsoft needs to be looking out for. And furthermore, how can you protect yourself from being called into work at 9 a.m. on your day off just to be fired? Let's talk about it. Clap it. Yeah. Whew. It's tragic industries. How you doing? My name is Hiro. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. You know, I don't enjoy being the AI doomer. I don't enjoy it, but I do see the constant application of evil that it is invoking, right? People disguising this as a major success. People are losing their jobs, their livelihoods, their ability to pay and feed themselves. How is this a good thing? But some people think it's a great idea, and we're going to find out more about these people. Microsoft is thriving, claims CEO, doubling down on AI after 9,000 employees lost jobs in latest layoffs. Microsoft is thriving CEO chairman Nadal is in a new statement following a round of layoffs earlier this month that cost 9,000 employees their jobs. Just 9,000 people off a spreadsheet like that. Boom. The statement shared publicly, and Microsoft employees reiterates the company's mission with Nadal's doubling down of the importance of AI. First, he acknowledged the layoffs. I want to express my sincere gratitude to those who have left. They didn't leave. You guys kicked them out. They didn't leave. You guys got rid of them. He said their contributions have shaped who we are as a company. Man, these motherfuckers are out of touch. Helping build the foundation we stand on today. Basically, thank you for letting me stand on your neck. I am deeply grateful. He continued, I also want to acknowledge the uncertainty and seeming incongruence of the times we are in. By every object measure, Microsoft thriving, our market performance, strategic positioning, and growth all points up and to the right. So they're only interested. We're interested in the investors. We are investing more in CapEx than ever before. I'm assuming CapEx is their AI industry or R&D. Our overall head count is relatively unchanged. Now that's something disturbing. To have your head count go down by 9,000 and you not even, that's just a rounding error on your spreadsheet. Diabolical. And some of the talent and expertise in our industry and Microsoft is being recognized and rewarded at levels never seen before. That sounds real Trumpian. Levels we've never seen before. Levels never seen before. And yet, at the same time, we've undergone layoffs. This is an enigma of success in the industry that's now franchise value. Progress isn't linear. It's dynamic. Sometimes that's a great system. Progress isn't linear. It's dynamic. Sometimes you got to go backwards to move forward, and that's a real ass statement. Damn, you got to give props. Got to give him credit when he say something deep. Say some real shit. But it's also a new opportunity for us to shape and lead through and have greater impact than ever before. It is clear AI is now the heart of Microsoft, as Nadal stated, and 3 business priorities are security, quality, and AI transformation. We are doubling down on the fundamentals while continuing to define new frontier in AI, he said. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but has Microsoft produced anything that warrants this level of capacity? I don't think so. There's nothing AI related that has truly brought the wave of change, right? These models have gotten better, but you can still tell with your naked eye which ones are real and which ones aren't. Some are plausible, but if you've been online long enough, you know what you're looking for. Do I think it replacing people's jobs is appropriate? No, but teachers didn't want calculators in the classroom. Is this the same? No, because teachers didn't get fired for it. But I can't be in a camp where we are putting our thumb on the progress of technology, the moving technology forward now. But this has never. I don't know if this has ever been the case where the movement of the progress of technology has also meant the destruction of our environment, and also the real living idea of what people can do, because they were making a short list of things that are AI proof, and they're just not like this list had to have been written by an AI bot, because the first thing on the list was become a lumberjack. What? Like what? Another one was to be an AI manager. And I'm just like, that sounds like something that an AI will replace. One AI agent to watch all the AI bots. Another one was to be a CEO. Gee, thanks. Thanks for that great piece of advice. There's going to be this attachment to social media. And I very much so think that, and you're starting to see this they're called micro marketing forms, and you see me do this, where small channels get smaller, like it's not small channel, but like these companies get small channels to promote their stuff. And the reason why they're promoting their stuff is because in their mind's eye, they're like, oh, if he can get 10 of his 100 followers to just buy this, that's 10 people I've never seen before. Like, so, like, I could see people putting ads on their car. I've already seen that. You know, Uber, Lyft, these gig economy, these things have to be that. Another thing that is going to be something that I think is going to become extremely useful or extremely powerful is the power of authentic art. Because there's going to be this sort of like, what was that shit? The NFTs, where it's just that nightmare, right? And you're gonna see some people try and bring this into the classical world, like an AI artist painting something, and then it's gonna shift very dramatically and really drastically into this thing. collectibles will become a thing. I recently watched a woman get proposed to by the Avatar with the Avatar song. The little sweet song. So like collecting these very authentic emotional things, because there's gonna be very little to connect people to the stuff. Man, I think about like the disconnect that happens with this, and I might be going off on a tangent, existential crisis maybe, but we have to do better. We can't relegate ourselves to just being okay with part of the population becoming non-existent. And we have already established, at least in this country, if you don't work, you don't deserve to be a human being. Basically, you don't deserve health care. You don't deserve to eat. You don't deserve a house over here. You're a bum. And guess what? We will send you to jail for being poor, where you will then work as an indentured servant for the government, for us, for free, right? So it's a very hectic cycle. You hate to see this, but I mean, this is the consequences of our own inability to like regulate this system. So I don't know. I'm very interested to know what you guys think about this. My name's Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the other side. Clap it. All right. All right, we're going to do... Yeah, we're going to do all three of these together. All right, video 3, collapsing, 3, 2, 1. So imagine you grew up during a time and age where stealing music off the internet was the way to go. I mean, LimeWire, Pirate Bay, all of that shit. What is it? uTorrent, all of it, right? And yeah, you might get a virus here and there, but it built character. From that point, you had to learn how to do protection. You started looking into the zip files before you downloaded all of them. You identified and figured out that Trojan just doesn't stand for condoms. It also means horses that can affect your computer. It made you better, and we're proud of that for you. It's called growth, and we excel at it. But imagine you're 30-something years old, and you're still stealing music, but you're definitely, supporting it on iTunes and Apple's and music and Spotify and all of these platforms. You support it, you buy it, but once you find the ones you like, you put them in the good old fashioned terabyte converted iPod for safekeeping, because when Apple decides to take your favorite song off of their platform because their contract expired, what you gonna do? Ask them to put it back? Tell them that you paid for it? Show them your receipt? Good luck, Karen. That shit ain't gonna work. But imagine, you're not gonna lose your music because your contract expired. You could lose your music because the age-gated facial scan to determine if you're an adult or a child thinks that you're looking kind of young because you shaved your beard, or because the microphone is listening to it at all times and it heard you say crash out or what the helly, and now it's going to assume that you're a kid, a pubescent kid, 14-year-old living life high on chicky nuggies and doing the damn thing. You lost all your music from the 90s and 80s, and even though you have a song from the 99s to the 2000s talking about back that thing up, you still going to suffer the consequences of this. And I say all this, and I mean this from the depths of my heart, with the soul and everything, because when this was first being talked about, putting up all of these precautions for the sake of the children, the pearl-clutching, mitochondrian, soul-sucking children, I said fuck them kids back then. And I'm gonna say it again, man. Fuck them kids. Because if you're telling me I have to give up Pornhub, Spotify, Netflix, and even how to do a breast exam for breast cancer awareness, if I have to give all these things up because some poor kid is gonna hear the word booby or see the word booby or be able to see boobs, then I don't want to live in this world. So I'm pulling an ultimatum here. I want to start a petition. Fuck them kids united type shit. I don't want to deal with these kids anymore. Let's talk about it. Clap it. Hey, yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, I'm gonna cover a few articles here. I got 3 of them I want to talk about, and I just want to talk about how they're all related to this new UK act where they're trying to basically make the internet safer for kids. And this has nothing to do with safety for kids. I want to just state out some facts. This isn't about safety of kids. This is about controlling and censorship. This is a First Amendment violation, at least from an American perspective, and this also should apply for the UK and most of the developed Western world. When the government can tell adults what they can and can't consume within reason or moral standards, then that's the thing. And if more than half of the country, not even more, half, but if a vast majority of adults or adults are entertaining themselves with adult video games, adult music, adult sounds, adult pictures, adult movies, they're adults. Adults, these are the same adults we allow to drink and still own keys. The same adults we allow to smoke and not and still offer insurance to them, right? There needs to be a fine line. Sure, there needs to be like protections there for children, but to what extent? And remember, children are only children for so long. They're eventually going to grow up. And when we do more to stop children from watching something on the internet than to actually feed them, school them, or house them, we as a society have failed. But this isn't failing. This is control. This is a power grab like I've never seen before. And it starts with Spotify. Spotify wants to use the facial scan recognition. Like Reddit, Spotify has partnered with the digital identification firm UT, a service that is conducting age check via facial scannings from Spotify users. UT will use different means of age verification, from facial scanning to requesting a scanning of your ID if it suspects you are under 13, Spotify's minimum age requirement. It also uses an algorithm method to estimate the user's age by Spotify taking its steps further, stating an official outline your account will be deactivated and eventually deleted if you fail to complete the age verification process. So your whole entire music library that you've been collecting since you were probably 14 can be removed just because you don't want to participate in this new activity, right? This is mind-blowing. And Spotify thinks that this is okay. It's not. But let's take it a step further. HIO is restoring not safe for work games as long as they are free. So now we're talking about adults who want to spend their money. But guess what? You can't make money on something that is immoral. Because, the children. Indie gaming platform itch.io began re-indexing some of the adult content it had delisted last month amid pressures from conservative groups and payment processors over its hosting of not safe for work titles. While the move returned some of the content to the site's searchable catalog, it impacts only those games, comics, and other offerings that are already free, therefore not caught in the current payment debacle. And you're probably thinking to yourself, damn, why do they care so much? Why do they care so much? Because conservative people don't really care about anything other than the narrative. They want to force other people to live like them, right? But it goes past that because it doesn't just affect not safe for work people. The delisting also impacted thousands of creators, including marginalized developers who identify as queer, trans, and BIPOC. So you might lose out on your whole entire work of art because you wanted to show a queer person or a visually ambiguous person on screen, on your media. In a statement given to Wire, Mascard says that it has not evaluated any games of its required restrictions of any activity of gaming platform. Our payment network follows standards based on the rules of law. Spokesperson Seth Eisen says, put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the same time, we require merchants to have appropriate controls to ensure MasterCards cannot be used to unlawful purchase, including illegal adult content. Who dictates? There's nothing, and this is how you know that they're bullshitting. There's no law that goes this, and this will probably go to Supreme Court if it gets enough flack, but it won't do as much good because of the Supreme Court. And some people are already calling this out. It didn't take long to reveal that the UK Online Safety Act is exactly the privacy crushing failure everyone warned about. This was by design. This was by design, right? But it really comes down to right? The fact that the VPNs, all of their prices went through the roof, right? It talks about how VPNs, some people have seen spikes in VPNs of Proton, which is 1,800%. 1,800%. And this isn't by mistake. But guess what? The UK and the conservatives are coming for your VPNs next. VPNs that allow you to bypass their search, their filters, and their rules, they're coming for next. And not all VPNs are built equally either. Some VPNs are just brokers who sell your information to other people. If it is free, you are the product. Right? If it's free, you are the product. So that's the issue we're running into here. A multitude of problems revolved and wrapped in shit. And it's all because we want to save them punk ass kids. And I'm here to say it with my full chest. Fuck them kids. Because if we're over here trying to change the world to make it a better place for our children, treat them well and watch them lead the way, then we would do things that would actually bring them peace of mind in the leading way. Because as we set this world up right now, they're not going to have an environment to breathe clean air. They're not going to have clean water to drink. They're not going to have a place to live because real estate in all these places are going to be so damn expensive. You are literally going to have to sell your kidneys, both of them, in order for you to make pay. They have no goals or aspirations or future or ambitions of making themselves of their name because there's no guarantee that there will be a republic here. They're literally burning and banning books. There might not be a history for them to rehearse about. The recourse of the about. And while we sit here and say that this is about protecting kids, we hesitate to even educate our kids and tell them the truth. We're afraid of it. And we're letting the worst people guide and lead our country. And it doesn't have to be like that. But as long as capitalism remains at the forefront of this whole discussion, well, there's no way in hell that technology is going to be able to keep up. But the one thing that I enjoy about technology is it finds a way. It provides the road, the pathway. When I was a kid and I wanted to get music and I couldn't afford it, I downloaded it off the internet. And whenever those stupid commercials asked me, would I download a car? I download 50 of them. The world will not fold. We won't break. And this generation is all right. I know they will be. But Let me know what you think about all these rules and changes and obligations that we're going to be going through. Super curious to hear what you guys are saying. My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. I love your faces. Fuck them kids. I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Yay, we're done. Yay, we're done. Yay, we're done. Alright. That was fun. You know what? I didn't even turn them off. I didn't even turn them off. And no one expects me to be streaming at this time. But I appreciate it, Rand. You're a real one. You're a real one, bro. Alright, I gotta go back to the hospital tonight. I just wanted to make a few of these, and I can edit them over the weekend. I didn't set any of my alarms or anything like that, so no need for it. But we're gonna go see what JDMs is up to. Looks like he's building a game. Cool stuff. I appreciate everybody kicking it with me for the night. Don't stay up too late now. Go get your